Okay. And
All right.
we are on.
Welcome to the first official Resident Chaos podcast.
Welcome.
Well, in the booth today we have Sam, Sleazy, and me, Jared. And I'll let Sam take the dance floor.
Well, we are pleased to welcome you all here. It will be an amazing ride, and we hope you're with us every step of the way. We're going to cover a range of topics and a range of emotions as we let ourselves...
Not every step of the way. I need some private time around 10 o'clock.
It's true.
10 o'clock? Really?
Yeah, 10 o'clock.
I thought we were scheduled to do something then.
Oh,
I'm getting older, so I have to get, a little earlier.
Oh. Very nice, very nice. Anyway.
Yeah, Sam, why don't you kick us off with some interesting facts about yourself?
Well, I am primarily a music producer, a musician. I love music. All of my audiological skill sets are gained towards that way. And I play a multitude of instruments. So I have a wide range of how to record them and how to present them to their full. That's me, basically.
All right, Sleazy, you're up to bat next. Tell us something about yourself.
I'm pretty high.
I respect that.
Nice.
Anything about your audio experience?
Oh yeah. I've done stuff with audio, a lot of things. I've been doing audio things for decades.
All right.
Sounds like you've got experience on your side. Very nice.
Yeah.
Jared, take it away.
My name's Jared, and I'm an aspiring voice actor, and that's it's really aspiring is the key word there. Haven't done anything with it yet, but hope to soon.
What sort of voices can you do? Just to let us in.
You really want me to do it, don't you, Kaotic?
I do. I really want you to.
Well,
do
my voice that I can do proficiently is Kermit the Frog. Yeah.
Whee.
I don't get paid enough to be on this podcast though, so I'm gonna get out for 30 seconds up, and I'm charged royalties.
Yeah,
and
we might
now
get sued.
we've
Get
been
the fuck out of here.
takedown.
Yeah.
Disney, don't come for
our
asses.
I have a good range. I can go from my Kermit to oh boy. No, we're
oh god, we're gonna get
DMC
sued again.
takedown.
What are you trying to do, man? This is the first episode.
Disney's literally just you remember that video with the SWAT guys just busting into that house, blowing through the
FBI,
roof?
open up.
Yeah, that's what's gonna happen to us now. Consider listening multiple times, so we can pay off the Disney fees for their lawyers and that crap.
I'm gonna
If
rack
you'd like
up
to
plenty
donate
for
to our, we should start a Patreon, right?
Patreon, yeah.
For legal
Get these
fees.
free idiots out of jail. Yeah.
I live in Florida too. They know my address.
Oh no.
Oh no.
You're done, mate. You're done.
I'm gonna walk
Anyway.
outside to go to work in the morning, and Mickey's gonna be waiting for me.
It's not even like it's gonna be stood there with a baseball bat, just smacking it against his hand.
gosh.
Take him out of your kneecaps. Grab him, Goofy. Oh, you got it, Mickey.
Oh, you go.
You got Pluto fucking nibbling your toes, Everyone just wants a piece of you.
Well, I wish that wasn't further from the truth.
And on that note, why don't we kick it into some news round? I think it's voice acting news time.
Yeah.
All right.
Hit
So,
me with what you got.
So, the only interesting piece of news I found this week, granted I only searched for 10 minutes,
It's true.
but
Very nice.
legendary Hollywood voice actor Frank Welker is finally supposedly supposed to be getting a star on the Walk of Fame because he's been in over 800 productions. He's appeared in 14 Oscar-winning films. The man is well-versed and well-known.
What? Give me a couple of films he's been in.
You would ask me for the one thing I don't have pulled up, wouldn't you? Well, I don't know the films he's been in, but I know for a fact one of his voice acting things, he was Fred Jones from the original Scooby-Doo.
Oh, nice.
You know, that's
very
where
cool.
I
That's
know
pretty
him from most of my childhood.
What is that, like the
And,
90s Scooby-Doo's?
Oh no, he did the recent Scooby Doo's too.
Oh,
Like he
He
was
was in
in
it
the
for the long
I haven't
haul.
watched them.
he was in the 2020 Scoob.
To be fair, I don't keep that up to date on Scooby-Doo, so I wouldn't
That
know
makes
when the recent
one
one
of
was.
them.
Zoinks! I wouldn't have thought.
But yeah, he's Damn, you really got me on that movies thing, huh? Really swinging for the fences there, Sam.
I'm sorry, Jared.
I kind of remember saying when we were in the post recording, you know, you guys go first. I'm still looking stuff up.
I mean, you know, we can move on if you want. You know.
Yeah, let's
I've
move
got
on. We'll
some-
circle back. Yeah, I got
News!
I've got some audio news here from musicians.
Oh, nice.
Rhodes released or debuting their new set of headphones, the NTH 100s. They're probably the headphones that I'm going to go to next, and they're Rhodes' first ever set of headphones that they're releasing. A lot of what they're based on is having that comfortable the comfortableness of a headphone set with the function of a Rode quality product. And what they have is 40mm drivers, so they can have accurate frequency and extremely low distortion, so you can hear. It's perfect for those of you who want to be in the studio producing music, or for example, if you're gonna be like Jared voice acting, it's perfect for having every single little detail of what you're recording in your ears. And apparently, this is according to Rode, I'm not endorsing them here, but they're the most comfortable headphones they've ever made, or anyone's ever made.
Anyone?
I don't know how that is. Rode, if you want to hit me up and send me a pair, I will review it.
Did they give you the megahertz range, or do we not know that yet?
I don't think it goes
I
in the
will
megahertz.
have a look for it. I'm not sure. I'm on the official
If it goes
debut
into the
page here,
megahertz, I will be amazed.
but
It's megahertz.
all it's telling me
If
is
it goes to 100,000 hertz, I will shit my pants.
what it's telling me here is their frequency response is 5 hertz to 35 kilohertz.
That sounds about right.
And
But
they're
5
operating
hertz?
on a dynamic.
Seriously? That's
Yeah,
low.
5 hertz. Yeah. So that's how they're getting rid of any distortion, I'm guessing. They're operating on a dynamic principle, and they've got 32 ohms of impedance, which
That's a low,
I feel
low impedance.
I feel not impeded at all by that. Sensitivity, amazingly, is 110 decibels per volt, which is fairly impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I just to go on to the features of the headphones as well, they're using Alcantara foam cushions with their patented Cooltech gel to reduce sweating and heat buildup on the actual ear, around ear pads, which I think is amazing, because I don't know about you with your headphones, but mine, they get warm, they get hot, and they get sweaty when I'm working for a long time.
I live in Florida.
something.
I'm already warm, hot, and sweaty. I can't tell the difference in headphones.
See, I like it when my ears get all
Yeah.
nice and clammy. Like, I go
Do
for
they give us a
extra
price point?
clam.
Like, what kind of price point they're trying to hit? Have they announced that yet?
Ooh,
Because, you know,
I'm
Audio Technicas
not
are already good. You can start with $50 pair. That sounds great.
Audio Technicas are great headphones, but I must say, I'm looking towards getting these Rode headphones just to see if they cut it better.
No, I will say, I look forward to it because, you know, today was my first day ever having a Rode product in general. Like, I just plugged in my Rode microphone earlier today. So.
Oh, definitely.
I got my headphones from a dumpster that was beside of a road.
That's fair enough.
It was probably
As long as they
Audio
work.
Technicas.
Yeah. So these are coming in at around. So I'm on Best Buy right now. They're coming in at around $149, which
not bad.
I don't think is too bad
No.
for a first pair.
Not
and-
considering I'm wearing a $350 pair. And they're
Yeah,
not
I
even
paid
for sound and stuff.
around $200 for mine. But this box, for your $150, you're getting a bag, you're getting the headphones, you're getting a massive cable for them. You're getting an ID set. So if you don't know what an ID set is, it is basically cable clips with different colors, so you can ID where cables are going to and so forth. And you're getting a HJA4, which, if you don't know what that is, it is, you have your standard aux. It's an adapter which goes over your standard aux to go into, for example, the back of a piano or onto a monitor for your sound card. And it's just basically a bigger version of an aux cable connection.
So is it gonna be like the regular 3mm, or is it gonna be like a 6.3 like guitar plug?
So you have a 3.5mm adapter to a 1/4" adapter.
So you're gonna
and
be
that
able to
will
run
be
it straight into your audio interface.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay, so it's a real
It's
studio
gonna go
pair of
straight in.
headphones.
Yeah, studio quality pair of headphones, but it is an adapter that is going on the end, so you can choose whether you want to have it onto a standard 3.5 or onto your studio monitor.
Okay.
Which I think is great, because for me, I like to plug and play and switch for what I'm doing. And with a 2.4 meter headphone cable, I think that's amazing. The longer the better, am I right? I know you ladies feel me. I shouldn't say that, but you know. That's my news for the day. I'm buzzing about these headphones.
I circled back, and I refrained from saying who Frank Welker played in Transformers because I feared of being stupid. I told you guys before we started recording that he was a Tron, and after looking it up, my memory was right. He is Megatron. I just didn't want to say
You
it.
said he was Cartron at first.
I did. I said he was one of the Trons. It was Megatron.
I thought he was Guntron, so I was wrong too.
At least Cartron was a little closer than Guntron.
So was he Megatron in all of the films, or was it?
From what I can
just
see,
one?
and what I know offhand, I know he's played Megatron in a lot of the cartoons. I think he did the voice acting for Megatron in the first movie, too.
Okay.
Don't quote me, but I think he did Megatron's voice for the movies.
Oh, that's actually really cool.
Yeah, and he did he's done work in like a lot of Disney movies. Like he's done Ice Age, which isn't Disney, but same difference. He's done work in Garfield. He's done a lot of game work, like a lot of Scooby-Doo games that I grew up with. Scooby-Doo's First Frights. Sorry, not Frights.
I've not heard of that.
Yeah, it was a bunch of. It was like.
Am I a bit too young for these?
I had a very weird childhood. I played a lot of Scooby-Doo games.
Oh.
Hey,
I was
I
more
didn't-
versed towards
I
the
didn't go outside a
SpongeBob
lot.
games.
Now, the cool
Yeah.
part and the part that I resonate with is he's played in Family Guy.
oh, sweet.
Really? Who's he been in Family Guy?
He's played Megatron in Family Guy. He's played Fred
Nice.
Jones in Family Guy. He's also played
Nice.
Kermit the Frog in Family Guy.
That lucky son of a bitch.
But he doesn't play Kermit the Frog in... Is it Sesame Street? I'm going to get roasted. Is Kermit the Frog in Sesame Street?
Yeah,
Moving along.
Okay.
a couple
The Muppets.
times.
You
The Muppets.
I think wasn't his first appearance on fucking Sesame Street?
I don't think so, but don't quote me. I
You see,
don't know anything.
I'm too young for this stuff. I've never watched any of them.
Oh, I've never watched the Sesame Street either. I've only watched the movies, and that was after I learned how to do the voice.
I got to watch
okay.
the Sesame Street. I got to watch the Mr. Rogers. Oh man,
I
That
know
was
Mr.
like-
Rogers. Everyone
Yeah,
knows
yeah.
Mr. Rogers.
That was,
Alright.
Yeah.
that was my
That's
childhood.
fairly
But
interesting.
I'm
and
old as
just to
hell.
round it all out, he has also put work into the 2020-2021 Animaniacs.
Oh, nice.
That's a good throwback.
That's
a good
sick. I love
that show.
Animaniacs.
Show. The
That-
Animaniacs are hilarious.
What?
What
So
else?
they've got a new one that's come out.
From what I've read, I don't know. I haven't watched. I've only watched anime in the last 10 years, probably. Yeah, there was a 2021 or 2020 to 2021 Animaniacs.
Oh, that's
I guess
actually
it was
fairly
a
interesting.
It's right here. It was a new reboot for Hulu. Apparently,
Okay.
I knew nothing about it, or it's on Hulu. It might not have been for Hulu.
I mean, I feel like we have to do a lads movie night watching
Animaniacs. Oh, I'm
watching
down.
Animaniacs. Yeah, hell yeah.
I'm down.
I mean,
Sleazy, do you have any interesting radio news?
Yeah, there was an international DX contest, worldwide DX contest this weekend. There was also a solar event this weekend, so there was both a lot of people on the air trying to work a contest, and then we had some bad luck out this way with some solar events kind of disrupting the radio. So it was a crazy mixture there.
so what
I mean,
does
everybody's
this
still trying
DX
to work.
contest involve?
People all over the world, getting on their amateur radios, for the contest
Okay.
weekend. If you guys are into that kind of thing, but
What sort of activities do you have to do for the contest then?
it's basically you'll make contact with each other. One of them will be given their call sign, and you'll exchange call signs. There'll be you'll exchange signal reports. You'll just give them a signal strength indicator, and then there'll be a serial number sometimes that you'll have to exchange. Like however many contacts you got, that's your serial number. Like,
Okay, that's
So,
that's
how
fairly
does-
interesting.
but mostly I
Like-
totally didn't watch any of that this weekend. I was more like hanging out with the boys. Getting ready for this podcast, so I totally bunked out on radio this week. I'm a bad radio operator.
But before we roll off of this, what kind of solar event affects radio? Is it like a solar flare that just sends radio?
There
waves
was
through?
there's a solar flare. There was a little bit of a solar mass ejection. So we had some charged particles coming towards the ionosphere of the planet, and that's how the radio waves propagate. It's also how we get the nice auroras and stuff. So we probably had some nice aurora photography.
I mean,
going on
I don't
this
know
week
about
as
you,
well.
but I'm fairly familiar with mass ejections.
Oh yeah, I know you are.
Anyway,
But you know what
moving
else?
on.
News.
So in
Oh.
in some rather spectacular, I'm gonna say world news. I think the Grammys are worldwide. I don't think it's just national.
I agree. They're fairly important.
Yeah,
I mean,
think
not
everyone
important.
watches the Grammys, but yeah, I think
you
the Grammys are world news, not national news.
I see. What about those Oscars though?
You know what?
Last night.
I feel like I fucked up and you had to rub it in, huh? Yeah, it was the Oscars. Yeah, damn. This is not off to a great start for me.
It's okay.
I
It's
mean-
okay. I'm still just shocked by the
The
happenings.
Oscars are a world news. The Grammys are too, but the Oscars are what I meant. It's I feel like Cody, you heard about last night's Oscar event.
I did.
You
I
don't
woke
even
up
live
this
in America.
morning, got on the old TikTok, got on the old Instagram, and first thing I see is Will Smith has slapped someone, and I was like,
Oh, yeah.
what?
Will
Well,
Smith slapped
why?
slapped the dog out of Chris Rock.
He
did
took
a
it like
whole
a
approach
boss,
to
though.
everything.
I mean, Chris Rock. I think this needs to be addressed. Chris Rock took it like a champ.
Oh, he did.
He did. He shrugged that off really well. Which is why
I love him.
I know you're gonna say conspiracy theory, all that crap. I think it was staged. I really do.
I think it was
Or-
staged because
I mean, they are
would
both
like-
actors. I mean, it would be the perfect crime, right?
Yeah.
I would like to believe that Will Smith is smart enough not to slap a man on national television. That's why I believe it was staged.
I agree, and I think it might. There's a possibility instead of being staged. I think maybe the better phrase is improvised. So, he went up and movie slapped Chris rather than actually hitting him. I think that might be what happened because he was laughing at first, wasn't he? I think it might be a spur of the moment. Let's just slap Chris.
And see that's where my problem with comes in. Like, yes, it offended your wife, and I understand that you get mad over that, but like, you can't laugh at a joke and then get mad at it.
Definitely not. I mean, it's. I understand this whole let's protect her honor type thing, but like with their history, I'm not saying anything, Will Smith. I don't want you to come slap me, but with their history, like I don't see why he would get up and go defend her honor for that.
That's the love of his life. Yeah, she might have, done some sketchy things.
Love of his life.
Lack of better
She was
words.
just one sleeping in the mass sleeping event, for her.
A mass sleeping event?
Yeah, I don't want to say she slept around because that's a bit uncouth. But you know.
Just like everybody
Stuff
passed out
happens.
at the same time. Like everybody had a narcoleptic fit just in the same area.
Yeah, we'll say that. We'll call it that.
Yeah,
Let's
we'll
say.
go with that.
Please don't kill us. Oh God.
I mean,
I
after
think that it
watching
was
Will
like
Smith
the
in,
government is trying to turn Will Smith into a Manchurian candidate, and this was just a test. Next, they send him to assassinate the Vladimir Putin.
I mean, after watching him in Suicide Squad as what's his name, Deadshot, I am kind of scared of Will Smith. Even though it was just a character he played. But
Still, he had to go through training and stuff for that, right?
true.
Oh, yeah, but it's like
a lot.
moving on from that, like to slap a man in the middle of the Grammys like that, and then
The
for
Grammys?
45 minutes. Sleazy, I'm gonna fire you in a minute. You're gonna get fired, Sleazy.
You can't fire me. I
out
don't
one
even
more
work
time.
here. I'm the janitor. I'm just like, I just come volunteer as a janitor because if I don't, like, it stinks the place up.
I mean, it's not the first time you said it now. Each call out from this moment forward, it's more and more acceptable.
Right. But
Anyway.
the Oscars to slap a man.
Anyway, at the Emmys last night, when Chris Rock slapped Will Smith's wife, Jada Pinkett Smith.
Moving on, but
At
like
the
slap
Brit
a man-
Awards last night.
Moving on. So in the middle of the Ukraine last night.
The Nobel Prize award ceremony last night, Stephen Hawking, somehow back
no.
from the dead, slapped the crap out of Neil deGrasse Tyson.
I mean, who wouldn't slap the crap out of Neil deGrasse Tyson? He demoted Pluto from planet status. Just
It was had it
hashtag
coming.
bring back Pluto.
Pluto can
I'm
go
just saying.
orbit near the Oort cloud for all I care.
But
Anyway,
on a different note from the Oscars, let's just leave fucking Will Smith where he belongs, slapping grown men.
what, the Grammys or the Oscars? Oh,
Oscars. I said Oscars.
Oscars. Okay.
Are there any
last
like
night,
slap-based acting roles that he could go for after this? Like maybe like a dramatic role where he's a slap fighter, and he's got to come up from the bottom of the slap fighting racket and make it to the top somehow. Triumph over the other slap fighters.
I mean, okay. I
Not
know
the
they have
worst
the
pitch I've
Russian
heard.
slap competitions. Maybe he could go fighting them.
from the
Anyway,
way
what were
Will-
you saying, Jared?
From the way Chris Rock took that slap, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Maybe not. Yeah.
But,
He's not gonna
last
last
night-
long.
The best original score went to Hans Zimmer for his scores in Dune.
Nice.
I mean,
were good.
obviously,
Oh
Hans
yeah,
Zimmer is the goat of writing scores for movies.
but
It's like-
I will say my second place easily was Jermaine Franco for his work on Encanto.
Is that the We Don't Talk About Bruno?
Yes, that's that
Crap.
movie. The one you still haven't watched.
I refuse to watch it.
It's a great movie.
I refuse to watch it. I don't know what that was in the background. It would have maybe been picked up on mic. Something just fell over. I might be getting robbed, guys. I don't know. Have you watched the movie, Jared?
Encanto? I've watched it 3 times.
3 times. Is it that good?
I love it.
I don't know.
Best Disney movie in a minute for me. It's not better than The Lion King, but it's up there. Or The Jungle Book, but it's up there.
If we're talking about South American Disney movies, I think my one is Coco.
Coco was
you
good.
remember
I
that movie?
think. Don't quote me. I don't know the word or the where it is, but I think it's more islandy, Puerto Rican, Cuban.
Yeah. I don't know. I had strong like South American vibes coming off it.
But
Colombia.
in better news, for best animated feature, you know what we have?
Who got it?
Oh no, what is it?
Got me on pins and
Encanto,
needles.
baby.
Oh,
I still haven't seen it though.
nah.
Yep, they got
I
the
mean-
best animated feature.
I have to check that.
I
out.
feel like this is rigged. You know.
Nope, it's all true. I would never lie. And another thing that you're into, Sam, much more than I would say I'm into. I don't know, Sleazy, you might be into cinematography, but I do agree with this. Best cinematography went to Dune.
Oh hell yeah!
Hands down,
I'm
hands
behind
down,
that.
I agree.
Unfortunately, I haven't watched Dune yet. I've
you-
not had chance
you
to.
would love you're gonna love the CGI and cinematography in it. There's one part in it that we'll talk about after you watch it that's completely fake, but that's a different subject.
I mean that there was a movie that I watched recently. I can't remember the name of it, but it was so glaringly bad. It's CGI. It was a AAA rated film studio who made it, and the CGI was just awful in it. I'll try and remember the name in a minute.
Well, like if you want a good thing to like recommend Doom, it won 6 things last night.
Okay, I might have a look at it.
It won
see what it's
best
like.
visual effects, best production design, best cinematography. It also won best film editing,
Nice.
and as we
Okay.
talked about before, best original score, which hands down, yeah. It also won best sound.
It only got an
Oh.
honorable mention for best desert though. That was weird, right?
Who got best desert then?
Enchanted.
Baskin Robbins.
Jada Pinkett
Oh.
Smith's vagina because it was full of sand.
Oh no.
Please don't kill me,
Alright.
Will Smith. I don't want to die.
I don't think Will Smith will kill you. I think Spotify's just go cancel us.
Oh yeah,
We're on Spotify.
we're on a lot of
Yeah,
things.
if you didn't know,
Not
we're gonna be on
anymore.
Spotify, YouTube, couple of podcasting releases, and
we're gonna be on Spotify,
hopefully
YouTube, Apple Podcast. We're gonna go to the Google
Apple
Play
Podcasts
Store.
definitely. Hell yeah.
And
We're
also
gonna be on
have our own
TikTok,
website.
Instagram.
I thought we were
We
going
got
to
a
get
website,
kicked
yeah.
off of Discord.
I mean, hopefully not. I kind of like Discord.
Me
I
too.
like to, I could take it or leave it.
Yeah. I
We
just
could
keep all
always
my.
use Skype. I mean,
I
Go to
don't think anyone's used Skype. Oh, TeamSpeak. It's got better bitrate. Circling back to what our podcast is about, TeamSpeak does have a better bitrate for audio files and actually having true audio quality come through. I must say Discord has a better aesthetic to it, but if you want better quality sound, TeamSpeak is
I
always
have
there for you.
honestly never opened TeamSpeak.
Really?
me
Yeah, I
neither.
think I might have it downloaded, but I have never opened it.
It's good. I mean, I like it. I used to use it for Arma 3, which is a video game, for those of you who don't know. Because I'm a sad nerd and play video games most of my life.
I mean, Arma's not even a good video game. It's more of a simulation about how to be a sad soldier in your sad life.
Yeah, pretty much. But TeamSpeak 3 has the integrations, so in games such as Minecraft or Arma 3, you can have radios and such, or you can have proximity chat, where you get close to someone and you can start talking to them rather than talking to everyone at the same time. I think that's quite a good integration into the game, to be honest, myself. Like in Minecraft, I don't want to hear all of you guys talking about whatever wood you're choosing. I just want to be able to walk up with you if I want to have a conversation with you. That's my 3 cents.
That way you can talk on one-on-one with people about what type of wood you're getting?
Yeah, pretty much.
Sweet.
You actually have to physically see the person to talk to them. And I think that's amazing.
I tell you what type of wood I'm getting.
Oak wood, because you're going to make a old-fashioned and you need to smoke it first before you put the whiskey glass over it.
I'm
going to smoke something all right.
You don't believe in smoking your whiskey?
No. I don't believe in it. I don't believe in doing anything to whiskey that takes away from the flavor. Because whiskey is my favorite drink. I don't believe in doing anything to the whiskey that takes away from the whiskey.
If you're making a cocktail like an old-fashioned, though, I think you need to smoke.
Sugar cube, bitters, 1 large ice, pour the whiskey over top, stir. That's it.
That's fair enough.
I want to be one
I
better.
agree with that.
I just go straight from the bottle and put it into my mouth. I don't even want it to touch a glass. I don't want it to touch any ice. I don't want it to touch any air.
You want the pure whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
But in other news, in some personal news I have today. So Sam, you kind of left me hanging. I'm not gonna lie, made me feel sad. But I got my new mic set up today, which we're actually recording the podcast on right now.
Woo.
And I can't personally tell. Like I stepped up from a Blue Yeti. I love it. I can't personally tell a difference, but you guys swear that it sounds way better.
It does.
It does.
It has much richer tones than the Yeti. It makes you sound a lot sexier.
And I actually have some stats about it because it also came recommended from quite a few places as the best beginning voiceover mic. It's the Rode NT1 with the A1 audio interface. I haven't looked anything up on the audio interface because I just haven't gotten to that point today. But the actual NT1 has a 1-inch capsule with a cardioid pattern inside of it. Which is actually... the Yeti actually has 3 smaller capsules. Because it tries to do 5 different ranges versus this one.
I feel like the one range will suit you better rather than the 5 difference. Because for what you're doing, it's much more personal work.
We'll let time decide that. But I will say, I feel a lot... What's the correct word? I feel a lot cockier. Yeah, that's the right word. I feel a lot cockier with it sitting in front of me.
Moving up in the audio world. Joining me on the Rode NT1 status.
Oh, that's right. You've had it for a while. So what do you think as a person that's had it for, a year now? Over a year?
I've had it for 3 years nearly now. Yeah.
So what do you think?
I think it's an amazing mic.
What do I have to watch out for? What does anyone that has this mic or just got this mic or thinking about getting this mic have to watch out for?
I think a lot of what you do with the mic isn't about the mic itself. The mic is a brilliant mic, and the way it picks you up is brilliant. I think what you need to watch out for is what audio interfaces you're using and what post-processing you're using, because it's not about the mic, it's about you as a person and how you actually process your audio, because audio processing is 50% of your final product. 50% is the mic doing its hard work, 50% is you doing your audio processing, because I feel like you and your mic need to work in harmony, and if the mic's doing all the work for you, you're probably not doing enough on your processing, on your post-processing, if you think the mic's got it covered for you. It doesn't. The mic has got the audio recording covered for you, post-processing, all you. And that's what we're going to be doing with this audio from the podcast. We'll do a section, I feel, without post-processing, just so you can hear the difference. And see how we actually get on. I feel
So
also cabling. You need to watch out for your cabling. What
yeah, that's
XLR
something.
cable
That's
you
something
use.
you guys warned me about. That shielded cables make a difference versus non-shielded cables.
Oh, definitely, definitely. Sleazy, you're quite an expert here. If you weigh in a bit, give us reasons why shielded v unshielded.
Okay, so electricity, when it's traveling on cables, right? There's something called the skin effect, right? But like,
Yeah.
fuck all that. I'm gonna get more simple in it. So you know how like there's a thing called a Faraday cage? It's like a thing that, stops like RF from getting into things. It's just like a copper box or whatever. It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that, but for your cable, right? It's all these like fibers of metal, and they're like all contiguous. It's like a braid, and it nicely wraps your cable in this little Faraday cage, and it makes it
Oh
where
yeah.
none of the radio waves that are just flying through the air can get into your shit and make humming noises or pick up the local AM broadcast station or whatever.
So it basically stops interference from other sources, is what you're
Right.
saying, yeah? Yeah. That's a very good explanation, thank you. Yeah,
Well, you can
that helps a lot.
keep everybody's ground state the same. Everybody stays nice and happy,
Definitely. I mean, how do you feel using it now, Jared? How is it handling for you so far?
Well, it's quieter. Like I can see my peaks and valleys in my recording software, and it's from what I'm used to, it's a big difference. Like I guess the correct word is the threshold for it is different. It being more professional, it requires more of a professional setting that I personally wasn't ready for. I had to go change settings and do all that. And
Definitely.
without you guys, you would hear everything in the background right now, because I don't know how to do that personally. I'm still an enthusiast.
I'm serious. He had that thing
I
so
mean,
hot that you could hear like fleas across the street.
I mean,
let's
it
not
is a
talk about my
more-
mistakes and more about what I got right.
I mean, it is, like you're saying, it is a more personal microphone. You need to be within a set distance to be able to have the clarity and volume that you require. It is more for actually recording straight into the mic rather than recording an ambient environment. That's how I feel about this mic.
I think my personal opinion, if you're going for like streaming YouTube videos, stuff like that, the Blue Yeti, more than perfect. It's all you're going to need. Like if you're not trying to do booth work or get the cleanest, driest cuts you can, I still love I have nothing bad to say about my Yeti. It's beautiful. It's a work of art. It has so many different purposes that it could be used for. It's just not the purpose that I'm trying to use it for. And it could still get nice, clean audio, but not to the level that I would like to achieve.
Oh, definitely. There is a difference between audio interfaces and how they're set up, like you said, with the cells in the Yeti compared to the Rode.
Yeah.
The setup is a lot different, and I feel to get that next step up, you need to go onto an XLR mic, a condenser mic, even an XLR condenser, just to have that cardioid pattern as well.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like all of that thrown into one will just immediately bring your standards 10 times higher. It's just setting that up and finding what works for you.
I agree with that, but I also there's no reason to if you're thinking about it and you want to jump into the door, you can get a used Yeti for $100, and it will give you the experience of getting comfortable in front of a mic. You can guarantee that. It's got the right size. It's actually bigger than the Rode NT1. Taken off, put on a boom arm, it takes up way more space than this. And it gets you comfortable talking into it because its cardiotic pattern is actually exactly the same. I can talk into the Rode NT1 the same way I talked into my Yeti. And
Definitely.
It's you don't have to go spend $300 on a whole set like I did if you're just trying to get in the door. If you just want to get in any kind, I will give the Yeti praise to where it's not just like I want to go more voice acting path. Like I want clearer, dry cut, as crisp as I can get it. The Yeti can do that to an
Definitely.
extent, but the Yeti can also do stuff that I don't think the Rode can. Like it's got the stereo patterns, to where I can set it in between. Like if me and you were in the same room, Sam, we could set it between us, and it would pick both of us up clear. Well, not as clear as day, but it would pick both of us up just fine.
I agree. For if I was doing, for example, Foley work, for those of you who don't know, Foley work is when you're doing background sounds, ambient sounds for filming, and it's very environmental based. If I was using Foley work, I'd definitely go for a pattern such as a stereo on the Yeti, just to have that ability to actually get the sound effects portrayed in the way that I want them to be on the film. For example, I've got a prop here. If I click this behind it, if I want it to appear like it's behind my microphone, I don't get that sound. I get a quieter sound, but it's not directional, which I feel is not the best for doing Foley work. But podcasting, streaming, music production, Rode NT1 definitely takes the top for me as a beginner.
That was a very
microphone.
interesting prop too. I could have swore it was a 17, but we'll move on to a different subject.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like no. I should be quiet.
We'll skim over that.
Yeah, we'll skim over that prop.
It's what I had to hand. I'm sorry, unless you wanted me to bring out the recorder that I have and be like, oh yes,
I mean, hey,
you know.
why do you have a recorder right next to your desk? That's the more important question.
A musician always has to be prepared, okay? You must have instruments on hand in case you have that brainwave, you know? Like, I've got a melodica here too, just be ready. Be ready.
I respect it. I respect it.
Man, I like these props, man.
I have some old but interesting news, if you'd allow me to interject.
Oh. Yeah, go ahead. Go right ahead.
Yeah, so for all you producers, whether it be film, music, audio, voice, whatever you want, Apple has announced their new Mac Studio. I know a lot of people are going, it's an Apple, it's a Mac, it's going to be overpriced, expensive, whatever.
I personally hate Mac. Yeah, you got me right when you said all of that.
I know it's a stereotype that a lot of people who are
I found
into
a
their
G4 in a
computers
dumpster
hate
once.
Mac. Fair enough. I mean,
You found a lot of stuff in a dumpster. That's a different topic for a different time.
Mac Studio is the first Apple hardware to offer the new M1 Ultra processor, which is, for the previous gens, it's two M1 Max chips combined, but in a new processor.
Oh my god. They've
It comes
come up
with...
with multi-core processors?
Yeah, I know, it's crazy.
What?
It's a 10-core
Oh my god.
M1 Max based model. So, or you can get the 20-core M1 Ultra processor. The M1 Max based model comes in at a reasonably priced. I say reasonable. It's not reasonable at all because it's Apple. It's $2,000.
Jesus.
The 20-core M1 Ultra processor comes in at $4,000 with 128 gigs of RAM and 1 terabyte of SSD capacity.
So,
Which I don't know if that's enough.
Oh, I thought you were talking about just the processor. I was about to have a heart attack.
Yeah.
I think that this they're not even like marketing towards people anymore. This is more like a movie production laptop on the go.
It's
This
not
is
even a
something
laptop.
Is that the
That's
desktop,
tower?
new consumer desktop model?
It's this tiny cube that they've produced. It's like a cube with an Apple logo
it's not
on
a
top.
laptop. Okay.
Yeah.
So, like with 20 cores in it, 128 gigabytes of RAM, and a terabyte. You said SSD, right?
Yes. That's for the top of the range model, the $4,000.
How have they handled overheating? Because that sounds like a lot of heat shoved into one small box. And
Depends on
Apple
what it's
You know
using
what
for
the worst
video.
thing
using
is?
fans.
If it's using onboard video,
They've got
not really.
one. They've got one. It's not on board. They've got.
Oh.
Actually, it might be. Hold up. You stumped me here. It's got an integrated GPU for a 24 core. On the max version, the cheap version, and 48 cores on the ultra.
Yeah,
it has one large exhaust vent on the back and one large circular exhaust vent on the bottom.
So they actually have used. Or wait. So are they?
It actually has a fan.
In them?
Fuck yeah!
I'm not sure if they have fans. For the specs that I have, I can't honestly see right now. But it is.
Oh.
It looks clean and sleek. I know that's not what you're looking for, but what concerns me is there's only one HDMI output. If I'm working on a project, I'm going to have multiple things on multiple screens. I'm not going to be sat there on one screen working on it. And I think that's where they've gone wrong here. And to be honest,
I don't feel like that's the problem, because I feel like if you're using this monstrosity for the production purposes, I feel like you have this piped into one giant 4K monitor, and you can like have windows all over this monitor.
Yeah, I see where you're coming with.
I imagine. I don't imagine you using a monitor for this. I imagine them having something like on the industrial purpose.
They have Sorry, just to interrupt. For this, they've also announced a new 5K Retina Studio display, which is a 27-inch monitor for £1,500. Yeah, it is expensive for a monitor. Only 5K as well.
The way I see this,
I wasn't even surprised when you said 15,000 though. That's how I feel about Apple nowadays.
It is expensive. Yeah.
But like in the practical use, I see people just taking this with this one HDMI port and plugging it up to like an 8K TV, since that's the newest stuff. That's the highest resolution you're gonna get.
You say that. I know a lot of film studios use multiple 4K monitors. I've not seen an 8K in use for actual video editing. Yeah.
But still, we can use the multiple 4K. If you put this, because this thing sounds like it can power a whole 4K 80-inch TV with no problem.
Oh, definitely. I mean,
so it's like if you have an 80-inch TV, you could just throw these screens everywhere. Because I imagine this thing more of a not like you're not doing post cuts and stuff on this. I feel like you send all the work here to be processed. Like this is just something you set in a corner and have it like render.
Yeah, I mean, it comes with a 32-core neural engine as well. So I feel like, yeah, it would be a great renderer PC. But I don't know. I if I wanted a good rendering PC, I wouldn't be spending $4,000 on a Mac. I would be paying out for a multi GPU'd top of the range PC. I mean, I could build a PC with Ryzen 9 3900X or 5900X and 128 gigs of RAM and a 3080 graphics card for less than what they're selling this for.
I mean, honestly, if we want to build the powerhouse,
you could build the computer and the monitor, like and still have money left over, right?
Definitely. This is a very expensive PC, and I don't know who they're trying to market it to at the minute.
But like, if we go for the powerhouse of rendering, without like worrying about monitors, screens, or anything, dude, you would just build a server cube.
Yeah, exactly.
Slapped full of GPUs. Like we would put one cheap, like let's say i5 in there, just to be able to communicate with your computer and send information back and forth. One internet card. And then bam, you have a renderer that you just set in a closet somewhere and have it shoot you an email or internal ping your Bluetooth when it's done.
Oh, definitely.
You go ahead and do that.
I mean, So what I've just headed onto the Apple website here, they say the M1 Ultra can play back 18 streams of 8K ProRes 422 video. If you don't know, 8K ProRes is a format that you shoot video in, ProRes 422, and that's 8K, which apparently no other computer in the world can do. I want them to back up these claims. I feel like these claims could be unfounded, but I'm not sure. The SSD in there apparently is a custom-made SSD that delivers up to 7.4 gigabytes per second of performance. So it would be a very quick SSD for them. I'm not sure though. I don't know. If you're watching on YouTube, let us know in the comment section if you're involved in this. If you think it has any actual power behind it. If you're watching on Spotify, drop us a tweet on @ResonantChaos on Twitter. Tell us what you think.
Please tell us how you're watching on Spotify, like, because it's an audio format. Like, we need to know.
Yes, I
what is your secret
Sleazy.
power?
If you're listening on Spotify, I meant to say, but just drop us a tweet on @ResonantChaos. If you're watching a clip on TikTok, welcome. I don't know why you'd be watching us on TikTok, but sure.
I have my moments that are TikTok worthy.
Yeah, sure. You
right.
do you.
If somehow you're listening to us on a record player, like, stop pirating our shit and putting it on records. We don't like it. We kind of do.
I mean,
unless your grandma's hot.
That's pretty sick. I don't know how you pulled it off. That's pretty nice.
If you put it on a record, please send us one. We would like to have one.
And go ahead and scratch with it too. Go wiki.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyone have any other topics that we want to discuss?
No, I'm pretty good. All right.
Sleazy?
I would like to thank everyone for listening. We've had fun stumbling over this first episode, and remember, you can always reach us at Resonant Chaos at Twitter, TikTok, Instagram,
Facebook.
We have our own Resonant Chaos Facebook page. You can reach us at our Cody, what's the big email for us? I still haven't memorized it.
Our email is enquiries@resonantchaos.com. I will put that, whatever video we have on, I'll put that in the description. On Spotify, it'll be on our artist page. So if you just head on there, you'll find it.
I know you can reach Sam personally at sam@resonantchaos.com. You can reach me with Jared at resonantchaos.com. And you can reach the great man Sleazy over here at sleazy@resonantchaos.com.
If you find any interesting topics that you want us to discuss or go research for our next podcast, drop us an email. We'll go research them, have a look if we have time.
Or if you have a hot grandma.
Yeah, hot grandmas for Jared and Sleazy.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
I'm looking at coming in some money in a couple of years.
Just drop us an email and we'll definitely have a look, see what we can find out, and discuss it on the next one. I feel myself, I'm very grateful for you guys listening in, and I hope you'll attend our next ones. I can't speak for the other two, but yeah, I'm very grateful for you guys.
And on the last note, I would like to just send us out with saying, I feel like this podcast has done our name good. This has really been resonatingly chaosly.
Yeah, it's been chaotic as fuck.
Oh yeah. I've had a lot of fun talking about the Emmys, and I'd like to catch you guys another night.
Thank you guys for listening in.
Don't kill us.
See you next time.
Resonant Chaos.
See you all.
Cut.